Oh, boy. Look, we came here to see David Lopan, all right?
Ah?
David Lopan?
And you have succeeded, Mr. Burton.
What, you? I don't get this at all. I thought Lopan...
Shut up, Mr. Burton. You are not brought upon this world to get it.
And welcome back to another thrilling episode of The Cinema Villains. I am your host, Shaggy Black. With me in my corner is my right-hand man, Jose.
That's right, Jose. Voted sexiest mailman of 2018, Shag. I'm ready. Let's go.
Debatable.
Damn.
Debatable. Debatable.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, though, man. How are you?
I gotta drown my sorrows. I'm great. I am fucking great tonight.
Yeah,
This
man.
is what we just watched. I am hyped. Let's go.
I am too. So for those who may not know, but you're tuning in, obviously you're going to find out. We are actually covering another one of our actual favorites, Big Trouble in Little China. I think Jose loves this movie more than I do.
Oh, yes, that's right.
I think this was his actual choice. I mean, I love Big Trouble in Little China, but this is his movie.
Oh, yeah, it's a movie. Hey, dude, we finally did an 80s movie.
I know, right? We fucking been holding it off for the longest, and yet we are doing an 80s movie. Honestly, how long did you think we were gonna?
I don't know. I don't know how long you wanted to keep the gag going.
It's funny, man, because I mean, we were only 2 episodes in at this point, but same time, we weren't like, it was, hey, we're gonna do a podcast on 80s movies. Not cover anything in the 80s. Not one damn movie was in the 80s.
Neither one. Not only did we get a 80s movie finally, but probably our first film, definitely not our last, of the legendary, the god of horror himself, John Carpenter.
Oh shit, this is our first John Carpenter movie.
Yeah.
So like I said, man, we're actually going to be talking about Big Trouble in Little China, but we're also, one thing that we're bringing up on the table here is, we are a review show, but we're not your normal review show. We actually review the villains in these movies.
Yes.
Now, just to give you up to speed, these villains, we rate these movies by the villains that they're in, not the movies themselves. You may have listened to a couple other episodes, and we kind of went off the board there, but that's what happens when you get a little bit of the booze in your system.
The courage drink.
The courage drink?
I don't know. What the fuck did he give him? He gave him like a little smoky drink and they felt good.
Oh, man. Yeah. That fucking... I don't know what the fuck that was.
I have a positive attitude about this, Shane.
Is it getting hot in here?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of those movies that we will have our Hall of Fames, but I would like to introduce you guys to something else that we're actually going to be starting here to kind of keep us track and to actually help us be honest about it. We are actually going to open up... we were going to call it the Hall of Doom.
Yes.
But we don't want to get sued.
No, DC, they're looking for money lately.
Or like cease and desist. We do not need that.
No, not a cease and desist. That would be the worst. That's actually worse. Sue me instead.
Yeah, sue me, dog. I ain't got no money, but you can take me to court, G.
Yeah.
We'll fight that. But we are going to call it pretty much the villain's table.
Yep, there you go.
We'll call it the villain's table and see if they actually... Now, we already got the main stage, which you will be seeing here soon. Not going to put out any spoilers or anything. Not yet anyway, but you will see that soon. Yeah. But you will... But this is going to be one of our first little discussions that we actually have. Like, honestly, matter of fact, before we even jump into this movie, this actual movie did a lot for one of the first movies that we covered with Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yes.
Because the design for the 3 storms, which is thunder, lightning, and rain,
yep,
all of those depicted on how Raiden would look.
Oh, yeah, especially lightning, obviously.
Oh, lightning. That's
the lightning.
That's like beta Raiden. That's like alpha Raiden.
Yeah.
Honestly. But with that being said, we did give Shang Tsung a 5 out of 5.
Yes.
I actually slept on it, and I want to go back and I want to give him a 4, but it's already been recorded. He gets a 5. But so the biggest thing is, is he in the VIP? Does he have a seat at the table, Jose?
Does he have a seat at the villain table? I think he does.
We're gonna put him at the table
because the actor brings it. Carrie.
Carrie does. Yeah, we just Carrie.
Carrie. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna try.
Nope.
No, none of us are gonna try.
Nope. Carrie Tagawa.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. There we go. He deserves, because of the actor himself and the character that he portrays.
And the fact that we brought it up that time. He is Shang Tsung. Like I said, they brought him back for the games and everything. Yeah,
there is. You can have as many people as you want, but there will only be like one Shang Tsung. He is the Shang Tsung, so we are putting him at the seat at the table. He's in villain VIP. He is at the villain's table.
Yep.
He gets to stay. That's a little bit of cleanup now. So we actually just get to do that because I honestly have been sitting on that for a few weeks and I have felt terrible. I'm like, we don't have a proper rating system other than like 5 out of 10. So we're gonna get that. But speaking of that, we're gonna talk about Jose, probably one of your favorite villains.
Oh yes, definitely.
Lo Pan.
Yes, indeed, as Lo Pan would say himself.
Lo Pan, played by the legendary James Hong.
Yep.
I love James Hong, and I really love him in Balls of Fury.
Yeah.
And that movie to this day still makes me laugh, and it's ridiculous. It's not Big Trouble in Little China has always been better, but that movie is still hilarious.
Yeah. It's been a minute since I've seen it, but I remember laughing my ass off when I watched it.
Yeah, and I think he did the voice of Grandfather in Jackie Chan Adventures.
He might have. Was he the villain? There was a villain.
I keep doing this, people, and I need to do my research. I just kind of put people in places.
Sure do, and I'm just like, what?
And Jose's like, I don't think that's right.
I was like, Nani?
Yeah, I don't think that's right. I can look it up, but Jose's looking it up right now. So
that's right. He's in Blade Runner too. I mean,
he is in Blade Runner. I remember that.
Yes, he is. He's played.
Yes, I am. Whoa! I don't like that face you made.
He plays Dowlin Wong.
The villain?
Jackie Chan is that the villain? I cannot remember the villain to save my life.
I could have swore he was. Grandfather. I'm not sure though.
One more thing.
He could be, and I could just be thrown.
No, he's not. He's the villain.
Okay, so I knew he was in the show.
He's in it, yes.
So I knew. So do I get points for that, or?
Yes, you get points for that.
All right, cool. I knew he was in the show. I just thought he was Grandfather. That was my bad.
Yeah. No. He's not.
But James Hong actually has been in the news lately too. I know. I forget the actor, but I think the dude was in. It's crazy because I know the actor is in. Oh my God, the actor that's trying to get James Hong to have the star on the Walk of Fame.
I can't think of it.
He's in that fucking one show.
Give me the show he's in.
Like Hawaii 5-0 or something like that, or.
The dude.
Oh my God, dude! I feel terrible. We're scrambling on our phones. This is just professional. This is typical cinema villains.
How unprofessional are we?
That is really bad. Like we are like scrambling for this, and it's just
but yeah, because he's had over 600 roles, and he doesn't have a Walk of Fame. Everyone's trying to what's his name?
Daniel Kim.
Thank you.
Daniel Kim.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. He's in Hawaii 5-0. I'm trying to think of. Was he in? Oh God, why did I bring up? Was he in the Hellboy remake?
I did not see it. I don't know.
I think
I
he
refuse.
is. Yeah, don't. That's all. Do not raise your glass and take a drink. We will never cover that movie
unless you pay for it. Coming soon, maybe. Maybe we don't know. Depends on how much we like each other. Yeah, but
exactly.
Yeah, no. James Hong. He has been in a lot of
he's
a lot of things.
600 plus credited roles,
and yet
from acting to voice acting and everything.
Yeah, and it's crazy to me that when I found out that he doesn't have a star on the Walk of Fame, it kind of bothered me a little bit because I'm like, wait, what? I mean, that dude out of anybody deserves that. That dude's like been a comedy pioneer, man.
Yeah, he's everything from a comedy pioneer to like. He was always like a random villain in the 80s too. Never failed.
He was a random 80s villain. But I've known him from comedy roles, and they even consider this as as an action comedy, which is really funny to me because I never would have thought that would have been an action comedy ever.
Right.
But, But now watching it, I can say, okay, there is the comedy aspects of it.
Yeah, he played the Japanese general in Airplane. One of the legendary comedies. He's Hannibal Chew in Blade Runner. I mean, David Lopan, obviously, he's in the Golden Child as well. Basically, the other Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah. That's the one I like a little bit more.
Okay.
Just a wee bit. I do like Big Trouble in Little China because it has more quotables.
I've seen Big Trouble way more. It's one of those things, if I had to seen The Golden Child more as a kid, I probably would have liked that one more.
That just shows it was just black households.
Yeah, probably.
Like, literally black households. Because I did not watch Big Trouble
But
in Little...
I did look, cause Eddie Murphy. I was an Eddie Murphy mark as a kid, so I'm surprised I didn't watch that one more. I think it's because I was just too in love with Coming to America.
No, and that makes sense because, like I said, when I was older, like when I didn't see Big Trouble in Little China until I was much older, and then but I've seen Golden Child because we played in the house.
Right,
so that was a crazy thing. But yeah, I mean, but okay, so this is one. This was one of your favorite movie picks.
Oh yeah, this is I don't know if this is a hot take or anything, but this is probably my favorite Carpenter movie. Probably, yeah. Just because I love it so much. Like, look at Shag. No, I'm not going to say it's his best, because I think we both agree what his best movie is.
That's why I'm looking at you.
Yeah, it's not his best. I think out of all his movies, I love this one the most. Like, I can put this one on whenever and watch it.
I want to revisit that, too, because you saying that, knowing
what is the best.
What he's done, and yet you're saying that. Is it because it holds, like, does it have a special place in your heart or something?
Probably because I just watched the shit out of this movie as a kid. Those three storms were, like, pivotal. Like, even before Raiden, like, even when I saw Raiden in Mortal Kombat, I'm like, oh, he's like them dudes in Big Trouble. Mm-hmm. I would put, like, as a little kid, I would put a fucking laundry basket over my head, bro, and pretend I'm, like, those three storms, dog. So,
That's fucking...
It holds a place in my heart, basically.
That's fucking adorable.
Yeah.
I have not done anything that quite embarrassing. I'm lying, obviously, but my shit will not be exposed today.
See, Shaggy, I'm brave. I exposed myself to you. Wait, that sounds weird.
Yo, pause, my guy. Jesus, put it away.
Nope, let me just zip that one back in. No.
Fucking embarrassing. But yeah, guys, one of this is with Lopan. Like I said, we're starting to start rating these movies on the villain of it. So, should we give our rating now, and then discuss how we do our rating, or you want to just talk about them and then rate them afterwards?
Nah, we can talk about them and rate them afterwards. Just
okay.
Yeah.
So when I first saw Lopan, and I was like, okay, what the fuck is this? But then obviously, when I started watching the movie a lot more, that is when I realized, I was like, oh shit, this guy's like this just because his aesthetic. He starts off like an old. He's a cursed.
Yeah.
He's a actually. Hold up. I'm going to be
he was like an old sorcerer king because he called himself a king.
Yeah, I have the shit right here. I did my homework.
There you go.
I did my fucking homework. He is a sorcerer, also the head of the Wing Kong Exchange and leader of the Wing Kong Gang. Of course, his goals have been to marry a woman with green eyes to regain his human form, then sacrifice her to please his emperor god.
He has the curse of no flesh.
Yeah.
So he's essentially like a big ghost spirit thing when he's not in his little old person form.
Yeah.
Which I guess he can hold for like a minute or something.
Before he has to transform back into a ghost.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Like, he's gotten cursed and he's kind of like immortal.
Yeah, basically. Like,
he's immortal as hell in that form.
It's a weird curse to give someone, but I guess if you're stuck like that forever, it'd fuck you up, I guess.
Yeah, because you can't really move.
Yeah, you can't touch nothing.
Dude, look at him. He looks like fucking tapioca. Like, seriously.
Oh, you're talking about his old person?
Yes,
I'm
dude.
talking about like when he's a ghost, I'm like, hey, man.
Oh, when he's a ghost, he's pimp as hell.
Yeah, he's
but he can't touch anybody. But when he goes into like that braille old body, the motherfucker looks like oatmeal.
Yeah, it's bad.
It is like a fucking, like one of those
It looks like a fucking pork rind, dog.
Dude, like a fucking raisin.
Yes.
Like not the fucking golden raisins. That's what he looks like.
Away with the golden raisins.
That's what he fucking looks like. He looks like one of those golden raisins, bro. Holy shit. I mean, we got his powers here in this movie. Obviously, of course, him being a sorcerer, dark magic, hypnotism, control over demons, Of course, we spoke about the immortality, and he has the ability to phase through objects.
There you go.
Of course, and all of this information I am actually getting from the Villains Wiki page, because
Not our wiki page, because we're not that cool.
Yeah, we're not that important. I might be, but and it's only because it's based on people and memes. I'm not gonna get into that.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. But no, we won't talk about that. We'll leave that alone.
Yeah, please. But I mean, okay, so like when I saw him, like I said, his aesthetic was the first thing that speaks to me. Mm-hmm. I always thought it was like, yo, how can that wrinkly old fuck do anything? And then I'm like, oh shit, no, he's a ghost. Like even when you see him in the beginning of the movie, like when he first shows,
yeah, he pops up.
Okay, first off, this dude was the only villain I know that has the badass gang hand signs.
Yeah.
Like, my motherfucker would throw the fucking W up.
Yep.
And just be like, yo, just like, and motherfucker just had the shit like, yo, it would just.
I'm calling it, he inspired Wu-Tang too. Didn't know, but I'm just going to say that. I'm going to throw that lie in there.
The motherfucker said, yo, he inspired Wu-Tang, dog. You can't take that shit away from me.
Nope.
But, nah, man, like, Lopan himself, like I said, it's basically the aesthetic that worked for me. Even the creepy fucking, shriveled up man that he was in the wheelchair, and he was talking shit, like cash shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Cash shit. Like he's like, bro, I get my body back, I'm fucking you up. That's literally how that works. Like, look, you can't, you none of you motherfuckers can beat me. I don't know what you thought this is, but as soon as I get my body, y'all best to run.
Really, universe beyond the grave, bro. He's ready.
I mean, one of my thing was like just seeing him. Like that's what grabbed me. That was grabbed me because it was like you first see him on the screen, he just appears on the street, like right there on the street, and then he just gets hit by a car, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking the movie's over.
Fucking 18-wheeler, a big semi truck.
Yeah, a fucking semi truck, dude, and gets fucking railroaded, and yet he pops back up like a G. I'm like, yo, okay, I don't know what we're dealing with here,
right?
But hey, man, shouts out to Jack Burton.
Right,
Jack Burton, yeah, fucking shout out to him trying to deal with it. I'm gonna talk about him later.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about the movie. Don't worry, guys.
But Jose, what do you think about Lopan in this?
He swagged the fuck out. You see his fucking road robe. He got 3 ratings essentially with weird weapons that we were trying to figure out how do those work.
Yeah, man, we're just god.
Like he essentially had back scratchers.
This dude was fighting with like mini yard rakes.
Exactly. And some dude had like, I forgave the spinny blade weapon because that dude's magic. He's lightning.
So real shit. I want to say they all were fighting with garden tools.
Basically.
Like homie had the mini rakes. Yeah. Dude had the edge clippers.
Basically.
The fucking edge clippers for fucking weapons. And then fucking another dude had the fucking like just
essentially the
wait, no, one dude, not the edge he had the edge clippers and the other one had the fucking the fucking edger.
There you go, yeah.
The edger lawnmower combo.
Yeah, that shit.
Like he had to just get started up. I'm like, what in the fuck? But you know, like but yo, so what about him, however, makes you love this movie that much?
Just the way he presents himself, because he's like, he tries to act serious, like an evil. Like, you know, he's all like, you know, I'm going to rule this universe beyond the grave. But when you get to him at the very end of the movie, he's acting goofy as shit. He's over here, like, stabbing the girl, and he's becoming flesh. And he's like, he's like, tee-heeing, like, hardcore. And I
will say he was, like, super happy to not be dead.
I guess so. It was just funny as hell, and just little shit like that.
Yeah, it's
cracked me up.
That's what cracked you. Like, I mean, yeah, like, to me... Like, I got other notes, but like I said, if we're talking about him now, are we, like I said, we're just going to wait till after we grade him, should we watch this movie because of him?
See, here's the thing. Because of him, I could say maybe half because of him. Because he's a dope villain. Yeah. But goddamn, does this movie have a dope hero as well? That's the thing.
Of course.
It's like, goddamn.
Both of those people, both of those dudes are scene stealers, man. Both of them are scene stealers with everything. So we can get on. Actually, now that we're talking about it, this is actually a good segue. We can actually get into it. Did you actually get the synopsis for it, or you not have it?
Oh, of course I have it, Shag. I'm always here to provide synopsis and stuff like that.
We're very professional here around Cinema Villains. So while he's gathering his notes, I want to just give y'all a quick shout out. Thank you guys for listening and sticking with us. Seriously, this actually, we love bringing y'all this, and the support that y'all have showed us. We definitely appreciate it. We see that even we got 100 listens within the first 2 episodes, and it hasn't been in a month yet. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thanks to everyone for the shout out. Shout out to you, Three Black Geeks. Shout out to everybody who just shared the link and showed us love. That made us feel special. We ain't gonna lie, man.
That actually
we thought we were just two losers just talking basically to ourselves.
Exactly. Like ain't nobody gonna listen, but you guys are listening, and and thank you guys, seriously, from the bottom of my heart.
Synopsis for Big Trouble in Little China, filmed in 1986, directed by the legend John Carpenter. The film tells the story of Jack Burton, who helps his friend Wang Chi rescue Wang's green-eyed fiancée from bandits in San Francisco Chinatown. They go into a mysterious underworld beneath Chinatown where they face the ancient sorcerer named David Lopan, who requires a woman with green eyes to marry him in order to release him from a centuries-old curse. So there you go.
Yep. That literally took you 2 minutes to look up.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all talking about. I had it right here the whole time. Something happened. The mic froze.
You're right. Probably. Yeah. But so Big Trouble in Little China. Look, man, let's just cut the chase here. We love Lopan. Lopan is one of a dope villain.
Yeah. Especially when you think of 80s villains.
Yes.
That's the thing.
He is key 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
Key 80s. But if you want to talk about 80s, you're not watching this movie. Well, you are probably watching this movie for Lopan, but you also are watching this movie for his counterpart, Kurt Russell.
Yep, the one and only.
As Jack
Burton. Have you paid your dues, Jack?
Well, check is in the mail. Jack.
Shout out to this. So basically Kurt Russell. So fun fact, this was supposed to be a Western.
That makes a hell of a lot of sense because dude is a total cowboy.
So
in this
it was
movie.
supposed to be a Western. So he came in this movie with the mindset that I'm just gonna be John Wayne. Without the racism.
Yeah, thank God, man. Because
yes.
I think it'll hurt my heart if I ever found out Kurt Russell was racist.
Right. It's like anyone but you, Kurt.
Please. Speaking of which, this is also starring, like I said, this is also just Kurt Russell. You have Ken Cattrall. Of course, you got James Hong as David Lopan. Dennis Dunn is Wang Chi. The legendary Victor Wong is Egg Shin.
Yes, right.
Susie Pai is Mao Yin. Carter Wong is Thunder. Peter Kwong is Rain. James Pax is Lightning. Kate Burton as Margot. And Donald Lee as Eddie Lee. Which, that throws me off.
So, random fact, bringing it back to episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
Shang Tsung is in this movie, but I can never fucking find him.
Are you shitting
He's
me?
one of the Wing Kong members. I can never find him. They say he's in it. You can see him, but I've seen this movie so many times and have never found him. But he's in this movie. That's fucking crazy.
That makes me smile.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
That makes me smile, man. But he couldn't. He probably wasn't bald either. He probably was he had his hair too.
Yeah.
Probably had his hair flowing and stuff, man. But oh my god, now we got to go back and watch it again.
Right? I don't know where he's at, but he's in the movie. And he's a Wing Kong member, one of the bad guys.
But yeah, so the movie opens up. Of course, you see fucking Egg in the Egg the bus driver. Yeah. Or actually, he's Egg Shin. Egg Shin is the goddamn. He's a bus driver, but he's really a goddamn wizard.
Yeah, he's he's a good wizard. I guess that would be a wizard, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's opening up. He's introducing. They're asking him. I guess he's at a police station asking, getting questions asked.
The asshole from Terminator 2 is asking questions.
Yeah, asking questions and shit, and then
talk about
But honestly, the movie starts, and then you're getting cut.
And that was a reshoot because. This was John Carpenter's last studio movie because he was just fed up with studios always trying to interfere.
I believe it.
Fox just, for some reason, couldn't get it wrapped around their head that technically Kurt Russell was a sidekick in this movie. You want to get technical.
Yeah.
Because his boy's handling business and Kurt Russell just kind of there.
Now that you say that.
He's happy to be there.
Now that you say that, it makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Because it feels like he didn't get nothing in this movie, done. when I heard about Big Trouble in Little China, it was Jack Burton.
Yeah.
Always Jack Burton, and him being, and Mr. Check is in the mail. No shit, like no horse shit Wang.
Yeah.
Just anything like that. Like that is the motherfucker that I known. But even going back and watches it, he does not kick ass.
Yeah.
He talks a lot of shit.
Because shout out to John Carpenter, he wanted to change things. So he's like, why am I going to have quote unquote the white savior come just roll up into Chinatown, and you know these people have been fighting Lopan for years. All of a sudden he rolls into town, and you know the day is saved. You know, so he mixed it up. He let Wang Chi have the time to shine, and Egg Shin and Jack was there.
Yeah,
he did his thing though.
Yo, real shit though. Jack Burton may be the I can see why Golden Child was also like this too. Jack Burton's probably the blackest dude I've ever seen in one of the 80s movies. Like, if they remade this today, this can go to the black actor. Because, word for word, the way he acts in this movie, when you start seeing the magic shit, he's like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, hey, yo, what the fuck? He's literally getting, he's like, what the hell did I just see?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't run away. See, Jack was about that action.
Yeah.
That's one thing I liked about him. He was always about that action.
He just had to know what the fuck was going on.
He's like, yo, before I go in that room, tell me what the fuck I'm about to look at.
Yeah.
Just let me know. Whatever weird shit is going on, just let me know. I'll go punch it in his mouth. But he just handled it with bravado, but knowing in the back of his mind he was going to get his ass kicked.
Yeah, but Fox couldn't get that through their head. They're like, so that's why they added this little opening lawyer scene. That way Egg Shin can kind of talk Jack up. He's like, you leave Jack alone, we are in his debt. He's a great hero. Blah, blah, that's just,
That makes sense.
Which is true, but I guess I don't know.
Yeah, but that's kind of like, now that makes, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me because, like I said, even going back and look at it, like, Jack was pretty much, like, he was loud, the biggest shit talker. But when it comes to the fight scenes,
yeah. Right.
Wang Shi was just better. Like it was one of those things he could fucking sit there. Wang is actually like Wang when the movie starts, you're seen as like Wang is a sniveling coward. Like, hey man, I'm going to marry this girl, or Jack, I'll swear to God, I'll pay you money.
I'll pay you, Jack, don't worry.
Like, don't worry. He was about to run and shit, and then next thing you know, like you're sitting here like, yeah, Jack's a tough motherfucker, and yet you see like just Wang just being just.
Wayne's like, I'm gonna handle this shit. No.
Yeah, Wang was being a big bitch at the beginning. Then so you thought.
Yeah.
The movie goes on. Wang really fucking just shows the fuck out. Like he's doing like 1-on-1. If you had to look in a fucking fight, Wang's whooping Jack's ass.
Oh
off rip. Like that's happening.
Yeah.
Jack was trying to shoot guns. Wang's like, man, smack, just done. It's just no like why the fuck are we doing this? Like just. It's because now that you say that, I'm thinking about it because it was definitely started that way.
Yeah.
Like Jack is the I'm the big hero, and but no, he literally does. Maybe to be fair,
he shines. It's not like he's just completely useless.
No, he's not. He's not. He wasn't useless. No. But it's like when everybody's doing flips and shit, Jack's like, man, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, yo.
He's just like dumbfounded, I guess. He's like, what the fuck is all this? He's like, okay, whatever.
Like, hey, man, fucking, I'm down. Yeah. Like, he was like, yo, just tell me what's going on. It's like everybody, like, pretty much everybody Chinese kept to themselves. Like, they knew the problem. Jack was like, yo, y'all are not telling me something. I need to know what this is. Yeah. So, obviously, and that problem was, Wang and Jack are headed to the airport to go pick up Wang's
just fiance that was
technically his fiance, but there's another word for it, like arranged marriage.
Yeah, kind of, but not really.
Not really,
because she loved him too. It's not like it was just some weird thing. It's just, from what he said, he's been working, busting his ass, and now
to get her over there.
Yeah, to get her over. Now she's over here.
So she comes up, and then like Jack's like, all right, cool, we can run with it, and that's when you run into Kim Cattrall's Miss Lovely Sex in the City lady, Miss Gracie. And we run into her at the same airport, and she's trying to get a friend who honestly shows up like one time in this movie.
Twice. She's in the hotel, the apartment or whatever.
And that's it. Yeah. She's in the airport and the hotel and never again. She's like, hey, you're just here because I had to have an excuse to be here. Yeah. But so they get into the airport, and obviously one of the gangs shows up, and Jack is just like, yo, relax. Right. I'm gonna handle this. Yeah. Wang's like, Jack, they're one of the gangs. Be careful.
The Lords of Death.
Yeah, the Lords of Death. Jack's like, fuck fuck it, I'm gonna punch him in his mouth. Jack goes to go fight, and it's just
Well, first of all, dude pulls out a butterfly knife, and he's like, "What?" Then he pulls out like some fucking
baton.
the baton Nightwing uses. I guess
This motherfucker like had like, yo, I don't know what pocket he pulled that out of.
Yeah.
But he pulled that bitch out, and he was just like, yo.
Because even Jack is like, where'd you get that? And like,
Jack trying to figure out where everything's coming from.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, what? So he's trying to figure that shit out. He can't
he's
figure.
like, excuse me, what? I thought we were fighting. You pull out a fucking blade and a goddamn staff.
Man, you out here being pussy. Like that is some shit that like just gets to me. Like I didn't understand. And that's like Jack. He's like, what? What the fuck? But then obviously that happens, and unfortunately, Wang sees his girl get taken away.
Yeah, the Lords of Death grab her. I
Lords-
need those glasses too.
The fucking they're fucked up because they're like slanty eyed.
Yeah,
They're like frames that glasses you're wearing now, like sunglasses, only like right a thin line in the middle.
Yeah,
And I'm like, those are cool, but I can't help to feel like these are slightly not made for me.
yeah. If I were to wear them, they'd be like,
Like, what are you doing, sir?
You got something to say?
I ain't got nothing to say. I'm like, why those glasses are dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we get on there. So so Jack and Wang go and fight. Now this is where you realize Wang is also about this action because he's like,
Yeah.
yo, I gotta get my girl. Fuck that. I'm gonna go get him. And Jack is like, huh? You just met her. But it's not like, Jack don't know. Jack is like, yo, I just want my money. I want to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
That's when they pull up in the alleyway.
Well, they tried to run him over, and that's what kind of pissed Jack off too, because he's like, "Son of a bitch must pay."
Oh yeah, my fault.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, son of a bitch must pay. I fucked up, man.
Yeah.
You gotta keep me honest, man.
Yeah. And then they're driving, and then Jack's mad because he's like, "Oh, there's this place." He's like, "Oh, a place where they sharpen their knives, huh? Where is it?" And he's like, "Thank you, Jack."
Yeah, man. And then like, obviously, this is now they're in the fucking alleyway.
Now they're in the alley, the good alley.
And it's the two rival gangs.
Yep.
And one thing that fucking kind of blew my mind with this, what day is it when the rival gang is having a funeral? Well, two gangs are having funerals.
No, it was only
It was the one gang?
It was only the Chang Sing, which is the good gang.
Yeah, the one in gold.
Yeah.
There was a gang in gold and a gang in red.
Later on in the movie, they explained like, "Oh, Lopan hired a hit on that dude, and that's why they were having a funeral for him." And I guess that's why the other gang popped out to ambush the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like, we gonna kill all you sons of bitches.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, in that gang was the Lopan's gang.
Yeah, the Wing Chun or the Wing Kong, I think.
No, that
Yeah, the Wing Kong.
Yeah, Wing Kong was out here, fucking like just on some other shit. And with the mixture of most old timey weapons and new weapons, because you saw everything from a Tommy gun to an AK.
Yeah.
From an Uzi to a like fucking
Dude had fucking revolvers with the goddamn bandolier, whatever that
yeah,
shit.
motherfucking like definitely you can see the westerns because this dude looked like a straight Chinese bandito.
And originally, they stole Jack's horse, not his truck.
Man,
Yeah.
I really wish this was a western now, man.
It's just at the last moment, or not the last moment, like right before they started production or pre-production, to get everything going. He's like, no, set in modern times. Set in modern times.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like that movie was fucking so good.
Yeah.
Like in that sense, I just was, oh my god, if that shit was a western, bro, because I love my westerns, man.
Right.
But geez, oh man, that makes. He's like, son of a bitch took my horse.
Right.
Like that
Exactly.
shit would have been like, yo, where's my horse?
Right.
Can't
Well,
just
his horse
park it.
been named Pork Chop Express though. That's the thing. That's the only.
That shit would have been funny to me. That like if
It'll probably just named Pork Chop.
I still would have called it Pork Chop Express.
Yeah, Pork Chop Express.
I still would have called it Pork Chop Express. Fuck it, because why not? But yeah, so this is where Jack finally sees the gangs, and they get out there and Wang is telling him, "Hey man, relax, don't make a sound," and then like a fucking gang fight happens.
Yep.
And that fight is fucking ridiculous, by the way, because it's one dude. I'll never forget that one dude gets his head smashed into a wall just by a guy grabbing him and throwing him into a wall. And I'm just like, huh? I'm like,
smashed into a wall by Ao Leong. Now, if you're thinking, who is Ao Leong? Do I know him? Yes. If you have seen an action movie in the 80s, you know who fucking Ao Leong is. He's that one random Asian guy that's always with the bad guys.
So, if I can give you an explanation, he has long hair. Later in the movies, they're kind of like balding, but he still has long hair.
Yeah.
Wispy Chinese mustache. Mm-hmm. And he's like probably 5 foot, probably 5'4", 5'5".
Yeah.
And he's like, he's not like the strongest. He's like thin, but you can see that this dude's always been in. If you've seen an '80s movie, you've seen him.
I mean, just to give you an example, Lethal Weapon, Action Jackson, Die Hard, They Live. He plays Genghis Khan in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, if that helps out. Black Rain, I Come in Peace. He was in Showdown in Little Tokyo, which is not a bootleg of this one. Maybe take a drink. We might cover that one, but there might be a problem because Shang Tsung's the villain in that movie.
Oh my god! Okay, that is a holy shit.
Yeah. So, Last Action Hero, Beverly Hills Cop 3, The Shadow, Double Dragon, Escape from L.A.
I remember him being in Double Dragon, Escape from L.A.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And Hot Shots Part Dukes.
Hot Shots Part Dukes.
There's more, but I'm just naming the movies. Yeah, but Ao Leong's in it. And he's one of the main, I guess,
henchmen.
Wing henchmen. Yeah.
So he goes out and like they see these fights, but then obviously Jack wants to get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, he's all like, keep your money. I'm just gone, man.
Yeah, he just was like, keep your money. I'm out here. But this is like we mentioned earlier. This is where our first appearance of Lo Pan.
Yeah.
Lo Pan just appears mystical as fuck in the streets.
Well, first the storms pop up.
Oh yeah, storms. Yeah,
they gotta pose and do all type of shit, and we're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, This is our first. Also, this is our first appearance of Lo Pan and the storms. But the storms come first.
Yeah.
The storms come in. They drop in one by one. I think lightning. I know lightning was last.
Yeah, thunder, rain, lightning.
Yes. And that's lightning literally rides a lightning down like a fucking stripper pole and slides down every time. Like his entrance is pretty much like the most badass entrance.
Yeah.
But like they do this and you're like, you instantly see where they got Raiden from.
Oh, instantly.
Yes. Like if you didn't know when you see the first two, you're like, okay, I can kind of see it. Then lightning comes like, oh no, I definitely see it.
The only thing is missing is that little move.
Yeah,
they just fly that someone. That's the only thing.
Look at.
Yeah, I'm gonna run you over. No, that's Liu Kang.
That's fucking like Luke, man.
Guy from Pakistan. That's what I always used to say. Guy from Pakistan. Like, yeah. So.
But yeah, and then obviously they come down and they wreck shop between the two gangs. Even like between the two gangs. Like I'm like when you see this movie, you're kind of like, wait.
Bro, they throw a knife at the Chang Sing the most extraest way possible. They
did a front flip through the knife and it just took them out regularly. I thought they were gonna explode.
Yeah, or something. But no, it's just like, okay, we're gonna throw these knives, but front flip first. Whoop.
Front flip, like
swaggy as fuck.
Bam, and just kill the three dudes. And I'm just like, I told you in the beginning when they were doing the gang fights.
Yeah.
I never want to be the dude in the front, but I don't want to be the dude in the back. I want to be the guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Because if you're in the back, you're a coward, or you showed up late.
Right.
If you're in the front, you're pretty much guaranteed to be a body bag.
Oh yeah.
So if you're right there in the middle, you see those motherfuckers get fucked up in the front.
You're like, I know that dude.
You can slide. Yeah. It's like you can either, if you're gonna beat somebody's ass, you can at least make it. It's like, all right, I'm gonna at least take about 5 people out. Mm-hmm. But like, if shit start getting hairy, you can literally duck back.
You're like, ooh.
As the motherfuckers in the back who haven't seen shit yet kind of move up, you're kind of like,
kind of slide around.
Like slide right back around. Hey, I'm gonna sneak in right here.
Right.
But and then like I said, Lo Pan shows up and Jack runs him over.
Yeah, because he's literally like, come at me, bro. He's pointing. He's like, come on, keep going.
Come on, you know you want to. And then he fucking gets hit. And then it's crazy to me because even they said this, he can phase between objects. There was no phasing.
Yeah, no, he straight got hit.
He got hit.
Ran the fuck over.
This motherfucker got... You can even hear the thud when Jack runs him over. And it's just like...
That's why Jack stops. He's like, holy shit, I just killed a man. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets out of the car like, huh? And dude just pops up behind him. Like, pops up in front of him like, yes.
Like,
and fucking does the fucking Lo Pan stare.
Yeah, that famous gif. That's like a gif now. I think a lot of people use that. Yeah, like
fucking...
Yeah.
And
with the light coming out of his mouth and eyes.
Coming out of his mouth and eyes and fucking blinds Jack. Mm-hmm. And Wang and Jack just head for the hills.
Yeah, they fucking haul ass.
So, I mean... we can talk about like some of the other stuff. That was kind of like the opening.
That's like
Lopan.
setup of the movie. Yeah.
Setup. I mean, then you have honestly the middle part. It's just them planning and Jack pretty much learning about
what the hell is going on.
Yeah, learning everything on the fly. Like that is what he's learning about, and it's crazy to me because he honestly just he tries. Like he's really trying to understand without being offended.
Right.
He's like, what the hell is going on? Are you guys gonna tell me? Like he's mind you, Jack's just a truck driver.
Yeah.
He's super. Now that I think about it, I really wish this was. I can say it before. I'm gonna say it again. I really wish this was a fucking western, because of the fact that shit wouldn't have made. He was just a simple cowboy.
Yeah.
He can just be a simple truck driver, but it's even funnier as a cowboy. He's like, what in the Sam Hill's going on around here? You know, just doing shit like that. That shit is funny as hell to me. I mean, that aesthetic actually just pops it for me because it's just like I see it now.
Yeah.
But you know, Jack being Jack. You know, he has that shit, and it's just, this is what he does. But he was one of the main people that made me got to watch this movie.
Yeah.
And, like, that shit, just what you just told me, just kind of opens my eyes a little bit more. Because I was like, yo, I even said, while we were watching this, I was like, yo, that motherfucker's a cowboy.
Yeah, you said that, and I was waiting for the show to tell you. I'm like, well, there's a reason he's kind of a cowboy.
Man, that makes all the sense. I mean... Speaking of which, I guess what's one of your what's some of your favorite parts about this movie?
Definitely the beginning with this alley fight that just establishes, oh shit, these guys are a problem. That 7-foot tall guy swag the fuck out. He's a super problem. That what you call it? Some of the middle is not when they rescued her, when they, I guess, established Lopan and who he is. Yeah. Like when they get captured the first time, basically.
Okay, yeah, the part where Jack and Wang get caught, and they're brought, and Jack meets Wang for the first. Jack meets Wang for the first time.
I guess.
Jack meets Lopan for the first time.
Officially, I guess, yeah.
He sees officially. He's like, "You're Lopan."
He's like, "Yes." What does he say, Shag?
He's like, "Shut up, shut up, Burton. You're not put on this world to get it."
Yeah. He's like, I thought Lopan was like a 7-foot tall, like, monster. I don't get it.
Yeah, he's like, that's it? And Jack is literally unimpressed. And then, like, Lopan is just like, bruh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he's like, please, I'm talking to this guy, shut up. I'm like...
And he looks, it's funny as hell, because they will speak English and speak Chinese. And every time I interpreted, why'd you bring this white man here?
Yeah.
Just because now I gotta kill everybody.
Yep.
This white man here, who the hell wants to do this? And it's the funniest fucking shit. Like, I do love that scene. I love the fight scenes in this because they're just ridiculous. Yeah. But the action of the fight scenes where you can definitely tell that they're dummies.
Right, yeah. They're just punching the shit out of them, and then the dude flies.
Like flies, or even though you see their fucking shit get rocked, caved in, like I just hit a fucking pillow and it falls.
Exactly.
That's the funniest shit, man. Like, that's some of my favorite part. Like, other than that, what's another favorite part of yours?
Another favorite part, definitely most of the parts with Egg Shen explaining shit, because he's just talking... I don't want to say nonsense, but shit that just Jack doesn't understand off the top of the head.
Yeah, Egg Shen's like your typical... Egg Shen in this movie is not only like your... Like I said, we talked about the bus driver / sorcerer. He's pretty much story plot. He's there for the plot.
Yeah.
He is there to fill in other shit.
Because he explains to Kim Cattrall, Gracie Law. It's like, so Egg Shen was... I mean... Fuck, Lopan was cursed.
Yeah.
Fucking years ago. Like, what, 200-something BC?
Yeah, 2000. I think it was 2,548.
Something like that. Some BC. He was before Christ.
Yeah, it was.
He was cursed.
Cursed. Live the earth.
He's explaining everything after that.
Just literally immortal. Yeah. But one thing I do like about this movie a lot, watching this again, this has some world building in it. Yeah. Like this one really sits down and says, "Yo, you're gonna learn about the Chinese culture, even though if it's made up." Yeah. You're about to learn about it, and it's building that world. It's not, now granted, is it the best world building? Not so much. Right. But it establishes that culture and what that means to them. And somebody that's like me, Jose, or even Jack, obviously, being an outsider to this is learning all that shit. And you're kind of like, oh, okay, I kind of get it. Right, yeah. Shit's weird, though.
It was a little bit of world building because, it was supposed to be a sequel, of course. Yeah. But, unfortunately, this movie didn't perform well. Which is weird because another one of the facts about this movie, like when they tested this movie, It had like one of the most positive reactions ever. Everyone was like, "Yo, this movie's fucking great!" Like blah 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 blah. One of the main things, Fox, just did not promote the hell out of this movie.
And that's why they're not around today.
Because to be fair, the movie they were promoting and making sure you went and saw was Aliens. So it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want to. We're not gonna take away from Peter to rob Paul. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no. Yeah, man. Damn, I didn't know the fucking marketing was bad for this.
Oh yeah,
Granted,
they
this.
And then another thing, they're like, well, how the hell do we promote this movie? They're like, we can promote Kurt Russell, I guess, but and again, this was Hollywood back then. It was like, but there's a bunch of Asian actors in this movie. How the hell do we promote all these Asian actors? Like blah blah blah. You know, nowadays, I'm like,
Yeah.
shit would have been great. You know, they'd had that shit locked down, but back then they were like, we don't know what to do, guys.
This is one of those movies that if it got a remake, I want to say it will do good, but it has to stay in the same spirit.
Yeah.
Like it has to be. Everybody wants to modernize stuff now and makes it like dark and gritty.
Yeah.
This one can be that, but it has to stay lighthearted and charming and goofy as fuck, while not being. Surprisingly, this movie wasn't overly racist.
No, not at all. And that's
For this
all,
being
that's all
80
John
movies.
Carpenter. That's why he did the score to this movie. Because he said if he gave it to anyone else, they would have looked and like, okay, this is Asian. They just threw stereotypical Asian sounds and all that shit. That's why he's like, nope, I'll take care of the soundtrack as well.
Shouts
I
out
know
to John
exactly what
Carpenter.
y'all are going to do with this shit.
Shouts out to John Carpenter.
I'm telling you,
man.
that's why he's one of the GOATs, man.
Yeah, man.
Easily.
We're gonna do a John Carpenter Appreciation Month eventually.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
eventually.
know when that's gonna be.
So take that drink. Take a swig. Take a big drink because there's multiple movies in there.
But yeah, man, like that's one thing I did like about it was the world building, and obviously with it could have been like because even Golden Child was a wee bit racist,
Yeah.
but this one was not. It was more tasteful, and it got you
Yeah.
like built into the culture.
There was a little bit of stuff in there, but you know, it's shit that can't
It was
be helped.
80s. It was 80s. It was the 80s. Considering the fact that this movie was in the 80s and not overly racist at all, that was actually pretty bitchin', and it's actually why it's one of my like as with you probably one of my favorite movies to watch.
Exactly.
And like I said, Jack being Jack, but he really watching this again, he did kick ass, but he didn't kick that much ass. He was like, yo, he's like, yo, Wang's gonna do like 90% of the work, and Jack's gonna get like the last 10%.
Wayne's gonna fucking do some amazing sword fighting.
Oh my god, the end.
Shit. Yeah, the end when he's fighting Rain.
Yeah,
he's flying in the air and shit. Rain stops, looks at him like, "The fuck is this?" Like even he was like, "Are you serious?"
So pretty much in this, like we're just fast forwarding to the end here, because like majority of this is just
because this is where Gracie Law gets kidnapped.
Yeah, they just in distress. But this is when Lopan, who shows his greed, actually fucking was like, yo, I think I have two wives. Because he's trying to marry old girl.
He has to marry a girl. The girl has to please the god or whatever.
He has to please, he has
god of the East.
Once again, he has to marry a woman with green eyes to regain his human form, then sacrifice her to please his emperor god.
Yeah. So now he was like, well, I can sacrifice Gracie Law, and I can have, Mei Ying or whatever all to myself. Wow.
Yeah, Miao Yin.
Miao Lin, there you go.
Yeah, she can have Yin.
Mei Ling is Metal Gear, dog.
Like, this motherfucker, man. Jesus.
I should have drank. Anyway, let's go.
But yeah, no, like that, obviously, one of my favorite, and then one of my other favorite scenes is towards the end. Like you were mentioning, Lopan actually marries both of them, or in the process, pretty much finishes, starts to do some vampire shit, like poking old girl with a needle, starts to lick her blood, and as his fucking flesh is starting to come back, it's not really like grandiose or anything. I wish it was, all things considered, but it was more like it started to slowly, like he started to get pigment.
Yeah.
He started to get color in his face.
His skin, because he's pale as fuck.
Yeah, he's like caked, like that shit is caked up for like whiteness. And he comes back, he's like, like Jose was saying.
He's like, it's working.
He's sitting there, and then just like, you got the final battle. But Jack.
Shout out to before when Egg Shin gave everyone the drinks. That's still one of my favorite parts.
Yeah. The fucking drink scene.
Fucking action with, Wayne with this weird ass speech to like America and shit.
Yeah, I want to say that was a song. I'm not sure.
Is that a song? Okay.
It sounded like a song because they both knew, and I'm just like, I'm like,
That's when they take that shot.
It's like they take that shot, and then they go in there for the final battle. Everybody's hype.
Talk about I can see things.
Everybody's like, yeah, it's like everybody's hype, and fucking try to run in.
Jack's like, okay, I'm here, motherfuckers. Let's fucking do this. Fire some shots in the sky. Rock just takes him. Rock falls down and takes him out.
Hits him on the top of his noggin. Jack is out.
For about 5 minutes of the first fight.
Man, about 5 minutes of the final fight, he is out.
Yeah.
Like, done. And, like, he wakes up, and then obviously he wakes up, everybody's like, what the fuck? And then, like, you know, everybody, like, Rain gets taken out first. Yeah. Because him and Wang are having like a magical sword fight, and even Rain's kind of like, "How the fuck are you doing?" Yeah. And Wang's like
he does his eyebrows like,
"Yeah, that's right, like, yeah, bitch, I got them." And they just fucked up.
I got the juice now.
Fucking Wang stabs Rain. Rain goes flying into this, and this movie is super fucking ridiculous in the sense of the fight scenes because of like how 80s. This movie is fucking filled with
like
80s cheese.
Is throwing the 6 demon bag, which is like might as well be a magic grenade, I guess.
Like, Mans is throwing fucking magic grenades and not landing the target.
No.
I'm like, if I'm Jack, I'm like, yo, if you gonna throw them, open both eyes, motherfucker. That's what you need to do. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. Like, you were
everything but Lopan. It's like goddamn.
Lopan, like almost the biggest target in the room.
10-foot tall guy. Just throw it in the middle. You're gonna get close.
Just hit him, and this motherfucker misses. Like, I'm like, bro. Either let me do it.
Yeah. Give me them 6 demon bags. Goddamn.
Like, goddamn, man, you out here big wilding. You out here fucking swinging and missing, bro. Jesus Christ. Didn't think the Star Wars fucking
weird laser.
They're having the fucking Scott Pilgrim fight.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
like fucking he fucking Egg fucking throws up his dude. And fucking Lopan throws up his dude, and they're kind of like
Lopan pose where he's like this with his pinky.
Motherfucker's like, yeah.
He's moving his thumbs like a controller.
Yeah, dude, it's the funniest fucking thing, man. Yeah. And then they fucking they fight, and that fight wasn't even all that interesting because they're just throwing swords, and it's just like
right.
Like it was like, you can never beat me, could you?
It's like peasant magic. He was always peasant cash shit.
Yo. Like, shouts out to fucking Lopan talking cash shit throughout the entire movie, knowing this motherfucker was a ghost.
Exactly, that's the thing.
Knowing he was a ghost, he was a human at that point, but like he was talking, the cash shit did not stop whatsoever. But then we get to, like I was saying, I'm building up. I never even told you what my favorite part was. Jack. Lopan takes obviously the fights are breaking up. Gracie's kind of saved, but Mao Yin is actually not saved. He's taking her into another room. It's him and Thunder. Lightning got reflected, remember? Oh yeah, Lightning actually got hit by one of Egg's fucking magical fucking grenades.
No. He shot Lightning at Egg, and Egg opened up that fan.
Oh yeah, the reflector. Yeah, man.
He opened up the fan, and that shit just reflected back and hit Lightning, and Lightning's like, fuck.
He's like, well, damn.
That's what it feels like.
This is shit, man, and he's out. So he's like,
I can't believe I've been doing this to people now.
He's like, damn. Like he had that look of like, that's what I've been doing?
Right.
Shit, that hurts. My bad, y'all. But yeah, so anyway, Jack and Wang chase Thunder and Lopan into the room to save Mao Yin, and obviously Wang is using like himself as a distraction, and you might as well just play the fucking Looney Tunes theme music because Thunder is chasing him while he is
chasing like. Fucking Wayne kicked him once in the shoulder, and I guess that was enough to just piss this man off.
Thunder was mad. Thunder was mad as hell.
He is chasing, just flailing his arms.
Thunder's like, "Wah!" and started chasing him.
And then Wayne's just running. He's just like, nope.
Wayne is like, meep, and fucking dipping every time. He's just like running across the room, and like I said, it's just straight Looney Tunes.
There's that unnecessary scene we talked about where he's running, Thunder's after him, Thunder stops. Sees a little statue, he's like, and just like breaks the statue in half.
Like why? Like why? Like yo, if that's the one thing I wish you had a fact on that, because at the same time you come up here and then like he just stops, he just saw it, he's like, I hate this punch.
It's the weirdest I'm like, okay, go for it.
He's just, all right. Like, if I'm Wang and I'm seeing this, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna go hide somewhere. This
Exactly.
motherfucker
Like, you
yo,
had like 10 seconds to
like
do
because
something.
he stared at the
Yeah, he.
punch, and I'm just like, yo, I can sit here and just like, yo, I can. He don't fuck.
exactly.
I'm distracted. He's distracted. I can go find something else to do. But once again, so that leaves Jack, Lopan, Mao Ying,
And
Gracie pulling up the back.
Yeah.
Jack pulls out his knife, looks at Lopan, throws that shit.
The most inaccurate throw in the history of movies.
That bitch goes Florida State wide left. Lopan grabs the knife, looks at the knife. 'Tis a good knife, Jack.
He's like, goodbye, Mr. Burton.
Goodbye, Mr. Burton. Throws the knife, and Jack, with quick reflexes, grabs the knife, throws it right back at Lopan, stabs him in the fucking head.
Yep, this is one of the greatest headshots ever.
Headshot.
One of the greatest headshots ever. I told Shaq that might be top 10 disposing of bad guys in movies.
That right there.
Yeah.
That right there. Just like, and he fucking clumps, falls to the ground, and it's just like, movie done.
And there's a callback from the very beginning of the movie where Wang tried to cut a glass in half, but the glass didn't cut. It flew at Jack's face.
Yo,
Jack caught it.
I'm gonna stop you there.
Yeah,
Now that you say that, and I definitely forgot about that, that was my fault.
yeah.
How come Wang didn't just cut that glass in half? Now I'm seeing what he did in the movie.
No, he explains it on the way to the airport. He's like, oh, because he's so worried and, about Marianne or whatever. He's all excited. He's like, that's why the glass didn't cut. He's like, my mind's going east and west. And Jack's looking at him like, okay, sure.
Yeah, that's full of shit.
Yeah, he's like, okay.
That's full of shit. Because I know now, looking at this, I know he could have did it.
Yeah.
Like, no problem. And he's like, yeah, man, pay me up. But, like, it's money. It's money involved. Like, you think I got a wife coming. You think I'm going to fuck around and not do that?
And lose 2 G's at least?
This man lost 3 stacks, actually.
Well, he gives him 3 at the end.
Okay.
It was supposed to be like 2.
It was what, double?
Because he said double or nothing. And he said you have 1,148 to be exact.
He's like,
Mr.
oh.
Burton. Or to be exact, Jack.
Yeah, and he fucking got it. But, yeah, Jack fucking stabbed, fucking headshots Lopan.
Yeah, that was a callback from it's all in the reflexes.
Thunder sees this and gives us probably one of the...
Another funny gif. I seen this gif around, like a reaction gif.
Yes.
He uses it as a reaction. Like,
Motherfucker, like, dude's head explodes with steam coming out of his nose.
he just explodes. Like, he literally just turns...
Like, he
I
just-
don't know how to explain it.
Practical effects.
Yeah, all practical.
Dude turns into, like, fucking Augustus Clump from fucking, like, Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. Expands and just explodes.
That's hilarious.
Also, I'm surprised that there was no blood. It was just like, now you saw
You
clothes.
saw, like, weird green...
You saw, like, clothes and, like, clumps and stuff, but you
Shit
didn't see...
looks like when Mortal Kombat someone explodes and you see skeletons and shit.
This really fucking might as well
Did
be
it
the
not?
Mortal Kombat movie. Low key.
Yeah.
On the lowest of keys.
On the lowest of pens. Hey.
God, you and your puns.
Woo! Had to get one in there. Let's
Oh,
go.
fuck. All right. So, obviously, Thunder gets clapped. Lopan gets clapped. Thunder gets clapped. Obviously, Rain's clapped. And here comes Mr. Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
Mr. Lightning himself
Which
coming
is
down.
kind of a badass walk he does.
Yeah,
he's just shooting lightning everywhere.
Like, my man's like, they're trying to leave out of the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
You see nothing but, like, lightning and shit. Like, and he's like, and he melted the shit and sets the shit on fire.
Shit's on fire. He's just walking with fire behind him. It's bossy as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
Like-
But he gets taken out. Bitch status, man. Like, he climbs the fucking hole. They drop, like, fucking Egg drops a goddamn statue on him. Bloop.
That's it.
That's it.
Game over.
Game. I was like, roll credits.
Yep.
Like,
Exactly.
that's it.
And
And
if you notice when I guess he was dying and his lightning was just fading out, and he made some little Chinese symbols. I don't know if you noticed that.
No.
It makes a Chinese symbol, and that translates to Carpenter. It was just like a shout out to John Carpenter.
Oh, that's nice.
From the
wait.
FX group.
Didn't you? So, not to steal your thunder, mister
Mm-hmm.
Fact Check.
Or still my lightning, since we were talking about lightning.
Oh my fucking god. Didn't you say that Kurt Russell performed this movie while having the flu?
Yes, there was a scene where he was pretty fucked up with the flu at the time.
Explain.
See, okay, so there's a scene. It's funny because me and Shaq got the wrong scene at first, and we were like, "Oh my god," because there's
Yeah.
a scene before he kills Lopan. They're riding the elevator, him and Gracie Law. He is sweating profusely.
Like, the only motherfucker sweating. And I'm
when
like,
I read it, I was like, there's a scene where Kurt Russell is just sweating his ass off. And that's because he had contracted the flu, and he was fighting it, but he was still acting. He didn't want to delay filming. And then this is where he kisses Grace Law. I'm like, yo, is he kissing this woman with the flu? It's like, were they that dedicated? Did they not know?
bruh, something. Because I was sitting there going like, no fucking way.
But no, I actually read back up on it, and it was after because they would visit a brothel at one point.
In the middle of the movie.
Yeah, and that's when the three storms come and still Meow Lin.
Meow.
I know Meow. I can never.
Mowlin.
I can never remember that name. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
And so the storms come, so they're all drenched from rain. Well, the reason they're all drenched from rain is because that's the scene. Kurt Russell was sick with the flu, and he was sweating his ass off. And John Carpenter was like, "It's gonna look really stupid if Kurt Russell was just sweating, and everyone else is just fine. So just everyone y'all got drenched by the rain." So
that's what that is. Yep,
so
that's
exactly
what that is.
it was. And now that I think about it, if you pay attention, but if you pay attention, Kurt Russell is like in this little chair by himself, and everyone else is kind of over here in the room, like way the fuck away from him. So yeah.
Yo, that's crazy, man. Like, it's like that's some dedication.
Yeah.
And like, and the fact that Kurt, I really wish it was to him kissing old girl, because I'm like, what the fuck? That's problematic. That would have been problematic.
Yeah.
But my friends, that was pretty much Big Trouble in Little China. But now on to that.
One more thing.
Yes, sir.
Before speaking of one more thing, you're gonna get in a minute. So we talked about how this was supposed to be a Western. What if we'd have got the Western? Here's another what if. You know who John Carpenter wanted to play Wang originally, right?
If you say Danny Glover, I'm gonna smack you.
No, not Danny Glover. Danny Glover could have played Kurt Russell. Man.
Yeah, he could have. He definitely could have been. Danny Glover could have been Jack. Danny Glover would have been Jack Burton. This would have been top 5. This would have guaranteed been top 5.
He wanted Jackie Chan to play Wang. That shit. Could you imagine?
Oh my dog, this movie would have fucking. Oh my god.
I mean, it already is one of the GOATs, but this would have been like.
This would have, dog. No, this would have definitely gotten a remake or something by now.
Yeah.
Like, there's no fucking way. Like, Jackie fucking Chan and yo, dude, that's crazy.
But one Fox was like, well, we don't know if his English is that good.
Oh my god.
Because this was an '80s Jackie Chan. Remember?
Yeah.
80s Jackie Chan. We don't know if his English is that good. And then 2, Jackie Chan didn't want to do it at the end. He was like, no, he passed on it.
Oh.
So yeah, so it wasn't. It was.
You know what? That would have actually made Wang. Now I'm kind of. One hand, I'm glad he didn't do it, because that would have made Wang super fucking believable.
Yeah.
That he can kick ass. I'm glad they got the guy who could do him, who did play
Right.
Wang, because I didn't believe that dude can do anything, and then he started doing shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you would have to make Jackie Chan, like, you couldn't even make Jackie Chan a bumbling idiot. You knew he was gonna fuck somebody up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You knew somebody was gonna fuck him up. Like that.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, it's fucking Jackie Chan.
80s Jackie Chan.
Yes.
God damn. That
Like, you
motherfucker's
knew
a
it was
machine.
gonna happen. You knew it was gonna happen. Jesus.
Yeah.
But it still would have been fucking great.
Oh, yeah.
God damn, dude. Like, I'd get him to play Egg, and if I had to remake this.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That
Well,
would
they
be-
wanted to remake it. You know that, right? You know who
didn't.
wanted the star in the remake?
Who?
The Rock.
Oh yeah, I do remember that
Remember
now.
that? Yeah.
I do remember that now. What happened with that?
I don't know. I guess it's just one of those things.
Excuse me.
Dwayne got about 80 other movies he fucking makes a year.
That makes sense. Like that. Hold on. Like, I still would want Danny Glover to be fucking Jack Burton. Like, he's
Old ass Danny Glover?
bruh.
No.
Hey. I'm still too old for this shit.
Well, apparently The Rock came out and said, no, I don't want it to be a remake. I want it to be a sequel. And I think that's what kind of killed it. I don't know how, but he wanted it to be
Yeah,
a
who are you
sequel.
gonna be, the son of Jack Burton? Because Jack gets around. I mean,
Maybe.
okay,
Or he's just another truck driver.
that could also be dope. But you like,
We could, well, you'd have to explain how Jack survived
yeah,
the end of this movie.
yeah.
Slight spoiler, kind of, maybe. We don't know.
It was in the comic books apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jack does survive in this movie, but like tailing onto his truck as he's leaving. There is a werewolf monster that we failed to fucking even bring up.
Yeah, because it kind of just pops up, like, randomly.
He just like bloop, like bah. I'm like,
This
what the-
monster, that weird spider thing that's in the damn underground when they're trying to get to Lopan's castle or whatever.
Yeah, that shit, man. Like, dude just popped up, snatched Gracie, and that was it.
Yeah.
You saw him in the shadows, and then like that was one like motherfucker popped up like a reptile, and then like disappears and then pops up again. You don't even get a fight scene with him. He just shows up.
Yeah.
Like that's
Jack kicks him in the nuts, and that's it.
That's it.
And it's like goodbye, werewolf,
and
or
he's
Yeti,
like,
whatever the fuck you are.
dude, that motherfucker was a gremlin or some shit. Not even a proper gremlin.
Right.
That shit was just like
Ogre? I don't know what the hell to call you. Yeah.
fuck, man, something.
Yeah.
But all right, my man, that's pretty much it. So let's wrap this up. Or let's talk about it. Obviously, Lopan, Big Trouble in Little China. How'd you rate the villain?
David Lopan. If I can put my bias aside, to be fair, I'd give him like a 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah. But
You know what?
Here's the thing, though. Like, we gave Shang Tsung a 5.
We did.
Should have been a 4.
He should have been a 4.
Lopan is literally the inspiration for Shang Tsung.
He is.
Because he's literally like an old dude, like an MK1, who becomes a young dude, like an MK3. So, I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say 3.5. To be fairest, he's a 3.5.
So.
Because he's a good villain in a great movie. I think that's what it is, yeah.
So, I originally had Lopan, and I love Lopan. I had him at a 2.
Yeah.
I had him at a 2 because when I look at this and I grade these villains, I'm like, what's the motive? How does he look? Is he a fucking threat?
Yeah.
Those are my main things I look at, right? Honestly, the man has been around for a while, and I thought to myself, like, he's not in the movie, he's not really a huge fucking threat.
Right.
Because he doesn't really do pretty much of anything up until the fight. He blinds fucking Jack, but everything he does is mystical as fuck, but no one dies from it.
Yeah.
Unless you count the people that he's had killed off. He's had to have people killed off.
Yeah.
And then when he does reach his fucking goal, he dies.
He eats shit immediately.
He fucking literally, he wasn't alive longer than 10 minutes.
No, not
and
at
he
all.
was done.
Yeah.
A headshot.
Yeah.
Not no final battle with Egg Shen.
He underestimated the shit out of Jack. He saw
did.
Jack throw that knife that way, and he was like, okay,
He didn't know shit about Jack.
Yeah, he's like, clearly, this motherfucker can't kill me. Okay, I'm gonna just take him out right now.
Bro, not even think, like, he went out. I ain't gonna say he went out like a bitch, but he literally turned into a human to get murked.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. But I said I would have given him a 2. The sassiness, the fucking drip.
Yes.
His fucking goddamn the drip. The gang signs.
Yeah.
And then just like the aura of him. And also to make a point, because he literally is the inspiration for Shang Tsung. One of the main inspirations for Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
I'm going to just give him a 4. Only because we gave Shang Tsung a 5.
That's why I was going to give him a 4 too, but I was like, well... And then I kept thinking, well, we gave Shang Tsung a fucking 5. How do we give...
We were young.
Him a 5, but we don't give the goddamn inspiration a 5.
We were young. We didn't know any better. We were young. We definitely we just tried it, and you know, shit happens.
Right.
But yeah, I give him a fucking. I would give him a fucking. I'd give him a 4. I'll give him a 4. You give him a 3.5. I'll give him a 4.
There you go.
And that equals that aggregate. We're good. But yeah, guys, that was Big Trouble Little China, and we cover Lopan. He always finds a way to do a fucking theme song at every goddamn episode. Are you gonna make this a thing?
No.
I hope not.
Well, Battle Royale didn't have a theme song.
I'm fucking glad it didn't.
Well, it did, but I don't. It had that weird opera music. I don't know. I couldn't.
I'm glad you don't remember it now, because if you did, you
Well,
probably.
I know it. I know it. Every time I hear that song, well, that's a Battle Royale song. But no, I'm not gonna say it now because we're not talking about that movie. That movie is in the past. The past is behind us.
So, with that said, before we end the show, does Lopan get a seat at the table, or is in the outside looking in?
He gets a seat at the table.
He does get a seat.
He's iconic as fuck as he
Yeah,
is.
that swag is not to be that just swaggy as fuck. That is
Yeah.
Not even being racist and not even being that just super fucking swaggy.
Yeah.
That gives him a seat at the table.
Mm-hmm. Him and Shang Tsung can
Him and
talk
Shang
about
Tsung.
sorcery.
Exactly. Like, fucking same dude.
Yeah, basically.
Same
yeah.
fucking dude. Like, dude, you bit my fucking thing.
Yeah, thanks, God.
Yeah, thanks, my guy. But, yeah, man, it's like, yeah, guys, that was Big Trouble in Little China. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
You can always follow us at, I'm at Shaggy Black on Twitter, at ShaggyBlack_13 on Instagram.
You can find me on Twitter at dashing_Jose_S. Find me at Instagram at super_villain_Jose. And also, please subscribe to me at onlyfans.com/
Don't fucking subscribe to him in no fucking OnlyFans.
/Pandulce.
Oh, God.
That's my male stripper name. Did you know that? Pandulce.
Dude, look, when I said I wanted to know more about
That's
you.
Mexican sweetbread, bro.
Bro. Oh, my fucking God. I said I wanted to know more about you. And yet I'm regretting enough. But I'm going to end this now before it gets weirder than it already is.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, yes.
See y'all next time.
Peace.
All right. When some wild-eyed 8-foot-tall maniac grabs your neck, taps the back of your favorite head up against a barroom wall, and he looks you crooked in the eye, and he asks you if you've paid your dues, well, you just stare that big sucker right back in the eye, and you remember what old Jack Burton always says at a time like that. Have you paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir, the check is in the mail.